Hey, welcome to Shift. I'm Elliot, and this is where we hit life's shortcut keys together. You know how on your computer you've got shortcuts like Ctrl Z to undo a mistake or Ctrl C to copy a great idea? Well, here we're doing the same thing, but for life. Each shortcut is like a small reminder, a quick hack, a reset button for how we think, feel, and live. Today's shortcut is Ctrl S, and we're diving into the art of celebrating small victories. Let me start with a quick story. A few weeks ago, I was having one of those days. You know the kind. My morning started with my daughter spilling an entire bowl of cereal on the floor, then I got stuck in traffic, and when I finally sat down to work, my laptop decided to freeze. It felt like nothing was going right. I was so focused on all the big things that were going wrong, the looming deadline, the messy house, the general feeling of being behind on everything, that I completely missed the small moments that were actually going right. I had a great conversation with my wife over a lukewarm coffee. I got a little laugh out of my daughter's messy face. I actually finished a paragraph I'd been stuck on for days. But my brain wasn't registering any of it. It was like I was doing the work, but I wasn't saving it. And that's what we're talking about today. How do we start hitting Ctrl S on the good stuff, no matter how small it is? On your computer, hitting Ctrl S does one thing. It saves your work. It takes all the effort you just put in, all the words you typed, the images you placed, the code you wrote, and it makes sure it's not lost. It's an instant action that locks in your progress. It's a way to take a breath and say, okay, that's done. That's secure. Think about it. You don't just hit Ctrl S at the very end of a project. You do it all the time. After every paragraph, after every tweak, after a difficult line of code finally works. You save your progress so that if something goes wrong, you don't have to start all over. It's a small, almost subconscious habit that prevents a world of frustration and loss. And in life, Ctrl S is a reminder of something bigger, the necessity of celebrating and acknowledging small victories. Just like the shortcut, it helps us lock in our progress so we don't lose sight of how far we've come. We tend to focus on the big final goal, losing 20 pounds, getting a promotion, finishing a massive project. But when we only focus on the finish line, we miss all the little wins along the way. The salad you ate instead of fries, the extra hour you put in, the phone call you made to a family member you've been meaning to talk to. These are the small victories, the daily efforts, that if not saved, can get lost in the noise of a long and difficult journey. When we intentionally celebrate these small wins, we're essentially telling our brain, this is good, this is progress, this is worth remembering. It builds momentum. It reframes our mindset from a fixed, I'm not there yet, to a more dynamic, look at what I've accomplished today. So why is this so powerful? It's not just a feel-good exercise. There's some real brain science behind it. Celebrating a small win, even just by acknowledging it, releases a little shot of dopamine in your brain. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of motivation and reward. When you feel a little hit of it, it makes you want to do that thing again. It's your brain's way of saying, hey, that felt good. Let's do more of that. Think about a time you've been procrastinating on a big project. It feels overwhelming, right? But what happens when you just do one small part of it? Maybe you just write the first sentence, or you organize your notes. That's a small victory. And when you hit that internal Ctrl S by saying to yourself, okay, I did it, I started, you get a little bump of dopamine. That makes it so much easier to come back and do the next little thing. I've been trying to apply this to my life as a dad. When I get home from work and the house is in a state of beautiful chaos, it's easy to feel defeated. But instead of seeing the whole house that needs cleaning, I've started just focusing on one small thing. I'll clear off the counter. And when I do, I'll stop for a second and just look at the clean space. That's it. That small moment of recognition is my Ctrl S. And more often than not, it gives me the little push I need to tackle the next thing, like folding a load of laundry or putting the toys away. It breaks the inertia of overwhelm. Another reason this is so crucial is that it helps us fight what's called negativity bias. Our brains are literally wired to pay attention to the bad stuff. It was an evolutionary survival mechanism. You notice the rustle in the bushes more than the beautiful flower, because that rustle might be a predator. In today's world, that translates to us dwelling on the one mean comment instead of the 10 nice ones, or focusing on the one thing that went wrong in our day instead of the 20 things that went right. By actively celebrating small wins, you are intentionally training your brain to notice the positive. You are creating a new neural pathway. It's a conscious effort to counteract that negativity bias. I have a friend who is an incredible graphic designer, but she's also a relentless perfectionist. She would spend days on a project, and then as soon as she was done, she would immediately notice the one tiny flaw. It was all she could see. So I challenged her after every project. Before she even looked at the feedback, she had to spend 5 minutes just looking at the things she liked, the color palette she chose, the font she found, the one little detail she was proud of. She said it was hard at first, but after a while it started to feel more natural. She was essentially hitting Ctrl S on her good work before the critic could come in and erase it. Finally, celebrating small victories creates momentum. Big change doesn't happen overnight. It happens through a series of small, consistent actions. When you acknowledge and celebrate a small victory, it's like giving yourself a little boost of energy to keep going. Think of it like a video game. You don't start the game at the final boss level. You start with small quests, you level up, you gain new skills, you find new gear. Every time you complete a quest, you get a little notification, a sound effect, and some experience points. That's the game's way of celebrating your small victory. Without those little acknowledgments, the game would feel like a slog. It's the same in real life. Those little wins build on each other. They create a feeling of progress that can carry you through the tougher times. All right, so how do we actually apply this in real life? How do we start hitting Ctrl S on a daily basis? Here's a few quick steps. Number 1, the one thing rule. At the end of your day, before you go to bed, just ask yourself, what is one small win I had today? It can be as simple as making your bed, drinking enough water, or not getting upset at a rude driver. Just one thing. Acknowledge it. Number 2, the mini celebration. When you finish a small task that you've been putting off, like finally doing that load of laundry or making that doctor's appointment, take a moment to do a mini celebration. It can be as simple as a quick fist pump, or just pausing to say, "Good job, me." This is your literal Ctrl S moment. Number 3, the progress log. Keep a simple notebook or a note on your phone. At the end of the day, just jot down 3 to 5 things that went well. They don't have to be big. It can be finished a book chapter, or went for a 15-minute walk, or didn't eat junk food. It's a way of creating a visual record of your wins. Keep it simple. No need to overthink it. Small steps add up. So here's your challenge for the week, if you're up for it. For the next 7 days, I want you to intentionally celebrate one small victory every single day. You can use any of the methods we just talked about. You can say it out loud, write it down, or even just make a mental note. Think of it like a daily workout for your brain. You're teaching it to see the good, to acknowledge the progress, and to lock it in. Think of it like pressing Ctrl S in real life. It might feel a little weird at first, but trust me, it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your motivation and for your well-being. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Shift. If this episode clicked for you, make sure to subscribe, share it with a friend, and keep pressing those shortcut keys in life. Next time, we'll be exploring Ctrl Z, all about moving on from bad decisions. Until then, keep it light, Keep it real, and remember, sometimes all you need is a little shift.